does this work? If there's a federal, one federal law, but the state makes up a law in Colorado, the people have spoken. In Colorado, they said, listen, we want legalization.
And they voted for this, right?
Yeah.
So, good question. The issue here is that federal law always trumps state law. And so when you're dealing with an individual who's going to purchase marijuana, it's now analogous to alcohol. It's regulated, it's legal, and you can purchase it. You don't even have to show a medical reason. But I think with the demand for marijuana now becoming legal, you're also dealing with the supply. And when you start getting into this sort of increase in all the growth houses and the drugs that are going to come in through the borders to the U.S. from Mexico, from Canada, especially like Washington State as a hub, being so close to Canada. Then you deal with the Fed stepping in and the DA stepping in and enforcing federal law, because it really is. It's not about the individual who's going to have an ounce of marijuana to use recreationally over the weekend. Right. It's more about how do we stop a van full of marijuana driving through the border, and how do we know that's for Washington State and its legal users,
right,
versus this war on drugs that we're fighting forever. So,
Michael, I want to ask you too. I mean, this puts the president and the Justice Department in kind of a funny position, because the people have spoken in 2 states. What is their posture? What do you think they're going to do?
Well, actually, I was going to ask Sarah. I mean, you have President Obama. He's a founding member of the Choom Gang in Hawaii. His catchphrase was interception. He was known for grabbing the joint out of people's hands, inhaling, and keeping it as long as possible. And when he ran in 2008, he said that he was going to be, we'll call him a marijuana dove on this stuff. But then we saw these sort of crackdowns. So Sarah, how much control does the president have in terms of setting the policy of the federal government? Can he pick up the phone and say, bust these guys or not bust these guys? And will he?
I mean, well, now the elections are over, so anything is possible. But I mean, I think the federal government can intercept with these laws, but
without the executive getting involved, without the president getting involved.
Right. I mean, I don't think it needs to go that far. I think if the federal government could show that the state's independence in promulgating its own laws versus the federal issues at hand, such as the enforcement, I think if they can show that sort of outweighs the other, that they could trump these laws. But you always have that. I mean, in California right now, it's effectively legal because it's medical marijuana. If it's for medical purpose, it's legal, and you still deal with the Fed stepping in when things get out of control.
Hi, this is Cenk Uygur. To see more of the Young Turks, go to current.com/getcurrent to make sure you get Current TV.